One time at church,
One time at church.
the minister is talking about something very important. I don't remember what. And Jack goes, blah, 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 blah. And so it got to the point where I could not take him. Or a lady was getting in the pew in front of us, and he said, "Oh, why did that lady let herself get so fat? I can't even imagine her husband fucking her." And of course, he said on the train one time to all the blue-haired ladies, he said, he turned around, looked right at him, and he said, "You know what? I don't even know how to fuck anymore."
And did you tell the ladies?
And then I had to say, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's. And I got so, in fact, the Alzheimer's Association has a little card you can give to people, and it says, "Please forgive my partner. He has Alzheimer's." And so I used to carry that with me. But still, a woman is really humiliated or embarrassed if somebody's calling attention to how fat she is. And I thought, God, he's going to think I'm fat. And I said, "You know what, hon? I don't even like to walk around naked in front of you anymore." And he said, "I love it. You have a beautiful body." I thought, boy, he's really far gone.
Well, apparently, did he just tell the truth? Did he?
He told the truth as he saw it.
Yeah, nice.
For the entire time he had Alzheimer's, there were no fiblets for him.
Yeah, that's one of my thoughts. Well, on a separate subject, I wish women didn't feel they had to have a certain perfect body that you see in the TV ads, that men can still appreciate you, and apparently he did you.
Oh, yeah. So, I'd walk around in front of him all the time. If that's what he liked, made him feel good, I was going to play the game. And, I've never had a perfect body, but I've always had a healthy body image. In fact, I think that the fact that I have strong self-esteem, a strong sense of myself, really helped me. A lot of these women that are caregivers, they're just wringing their hands. Because they can't really, their husbands don't like their cooking anymore, almost always. If Jack wanted ice cream for breakfast, I'd put a piece of pie under it, whatever he wanted. And I used to tell him, it was only the last 2 years when he was still at home. He was home for 7 years. The last 2 was when he didn't know me. But I would read to him. And the only thing he could read, I bought golden books. And then you couldn't find them anymore. But he would read golden books, and he would say, "Oh, this is such a good story. The little boy lost his dog out in the forest, and he asked everybody. He asked the bears, and he asked the monkeys, and, it went on and on. Oh, this is such a good story."
Are golden books children's books?
Yeah, they used to be 25 cents. They're like first readers, when you're first learning how to read. And, given that he'd previously been a scientist, and then I would have him read the stories to me, because he could talk longer. A lot of people they forget how to talk. We have one woman in our support group. Her husband hasn't talked for 5 years.
And do people after their spouses died with Alzheimer's still continue to meet?
Yes, and we're very unusual in that. See, we're not a sponsored group by the Alzheimer's Association. We are supported by them with materials and speakers and different things. But they want you to have only spouses in a support group, only adult children of patients. After they go into an assisted living, you can't come to the meetings anymore. So I decided, since I started it, I was going to do it my way. You don't have enough people in Carpinteria to have all these different groups. And so we decided that after your patient dies, we started a group that we call the Moving On group. Okay, now you have to create a whole new life for yourself. You've been so devoted to caregiving. Now you have to think about yourself.
And has that group been helpful to you and others?
Oh, yes. I don't feel that I needed it as much as other people. I went to the hospice grief support group. But you know, the thing about it is you're grieving every day. You're losing something. You're losing companionship. You know, you're losing the person you've known. You've lost your way of relating to them. So you're grieving every day. It's almost a relief. No, it is a relief when they die. When they don't know anybody, they can't watch television anymore. They have no idea what's happening. You're grieving. So when they die, you want to remember every good thing you can. You don't want to wallow in grief anymore. So we have about 11 that are in our Moving On group, and they're all welcome to come to the meetings because they have learned so much and they want to share. And they're very generous. We have one man that will go and take pictures at funerals and give it to the family. And they take food to people. And they'll go sit with somebody or take them for a walk. They're very helpful. They're like an auxiliary. And they have felt so close to the group while they're going through the whole struggle that they feel like they have people that understand what they've been through.
Really nice.
So I'm really proud of that.
That sounds like a great thing. Well, let me grab this from you. Really good interview. I'll give you the link to it when